like I said, this is just going to be an analysis on the first 10 between Sendo and Beast. So an interesting matchup, like before you even get started on the video, right? Nagoriyuki versus Chipp. Very, very hostile, very volatile matchup. Basically, Chipp can just run amok on Nagoriyuki. The big things in this matchup that I want to be looking for from Sendo's point of view, so from the Chipp side, is 5P. I think 5P versus Nagoriyuki and Potemkin, specifically from Chipp, is insanely strong. The reason why is, usually speaking, if the opponent is crouch blocking and they're playing any other character apart from Nagoriyuki and Potemkin, they will crouch under the hitbox of 5P. Now, against the bigger characters, Chipp's 5P will hit them if they're crouching. The reason why this is so strong is the normal is 3 frames. It'll catch them preemptively if they're trying to jump out of pressure because it has an upward hitbox. You can Gatling cancel it into itself to frame trap. You can Gatling cancel it into 6P, 6H as well, and the overhead as well. So there's a lot of things that you can do with 5P. Where it's usually your 5K is your God button with Chipp, and you want to use that as your stagger and your pressure tool and your mix tool. 5P becomes online in this particular matchup. So yeah, I really want to be looking for that from Sendo's side, and from Abi, from Beast, from the Nagoriyuki's point of view. There's 2 actual buttons that are really, really helpful for Nagoriyuki in this matchup. Neutral wise, 5K and 2S. Those 2 buttons are great at shutting down Chipp's approach in neutral. The reason why is Chipp's main neutral tool that he wants to be using is his run speed coupled with his fire S. The 2S will actually beat fire S in that exchange, and then once the Chipp player tries to adapt to that little mini game of fire S versus 2S, he's going to change it to 2D, which is another great footsies button from Chipp. The reason why 5K is good from Nagoriyuki is because he lifts his front leg up. He doesn't have a hurt box along the floor, so he'll actually beat out the 2D option. So as you cycle through those 2 options, it's a great way of controlling and pushing Chipp back into neutral. So, without further ado, before I get started, guys, this is a VOD from Sendo's Twitch channel as well. So you can see it up the top left, Sendo TXAU. If you guys, like the Chipp gameplay, he does exhibitions every Monday night, Australian 7:30 PM time. So yeah, if you guys want to spot him a follow or tune into the action that he throws Monday nights, by all means, Sendo TXAU is where you'll find him. All right, let's get into the first 10. So I've been spoiled. I do know the results of this match. Okay, an early throw. Ooh, okay. It'll be interesting to see if Sendo picks up on that. So you saw the first opening, basically, that Sendo got on Beast. He bursted straight away. So it'll be interesting to see if he... Ooh, nice, okay. Caught him trying to move off the dash cancel. Okay, both players, nice. Using that 5K, so that's one of those buttons I was talking about to try and stop that neutral approach, stop that dash in. Great use of it again. Okay, yeah, and that's a Nagoriyuki round. So that's why I was saying it's really, really volatile, right? If Chipp gets in, he can just run his game. But 2 touches from Nagoriyuki basically wins the match. Nice, good use of 2D there. Okay, nice. Big damage, look at that damage. It's 40%. Okay, good neutral jump. Nice, good confirm off the 5P to interrupt. Nice. Okay, so B's playing really solid there. So those 5Ks were really, really good in neutral. You saw Sendo struggling against that button. He kept trying to run in against it and just kind of hit the brick wall every time against that 5K. He caught his 2D at one point during the match, but he just never really kind of found his momentum off for those hits. So yeah, clean first game from Beast, I would say. There's not too much to take away from that, apart from using 5K really, really well so far. No 6P from Sendo there. He's usually really on point with his anti-air game. Okay, nice. Starting to use the jump 2K a bit more. Good jump out, and yeah, that's the Chipp classic, right? You jump the leaf throw, and then you get 6P'd after. That's why generally you want to backdash that leaf throw instead of jumping. Okay, good burst. Oh, interesting conversion. Yeah, I don't think he could have got anything off that. Okay, good. Safe jump. Yeah, what's the pressure? Just pressure. Nice. And 236K. Mid-screen, that move is just insane. Completely safe on block. Gets you above the opponent. And then Chipp has great aerial options. Oh my lord. You blink and Nagoriyuki is in. Okay, nice 5K. So yeah, still keeping with that 5K. Okay, and that's the second time. So you can see Sendo is not really comfortable with the Nagoriyuki strings, right? So that's the second time he's been a bit hesitant in moving after that dash back cancel. And he's gotten hit by that fire S. Hasn't been a counter hit either time. So I think he was maybe jumping. And because he's hesitating, he's getting hit on the pre-jump frames. Nice. Use the plus frames of that air block. Okay, he's got the pressure game. Nice. Good use of the 6K there. Okay, good pressure. Nice. Good conversion. Okay. Fortunate burst. Ooh, no confirm on the counter hit. PRC. Bit of a scramble, but the command grab will seal it. Okay. So one thing we've seen already, we've seen about 7 jump 2Ks coming from Sendo's side and not a single answer to it yet from Beast. I'm not too sure if he's comfortable with that move yet from Chipp. He needs to be using close S with Nagoriyuki to beat that option. Yeah, there as well. He got punished. Not too sure what he was doing. Okay, 6P trying to read the pressure. Burst bait coming out from Sendo as well. That's what that FD was that you saw. Okay, and there, yeah. Okay, back throw. This is good block. Good block on the dust. Not comfortable with the situation. Yeah, I want to go back to that. So this here, right? So basically Sendo does a block string into 236K and it whiffs. So basically it's, it's Beast's turn as far as, the pressure game's concerned here. So because he whiffs, right, there is actually a lot of options that Sendo can do here as the Chipp player. Option 1, the most common scenario, is they do falling jump D. The reason why is it's really good if Beast tries to do anything like take back his turn by like walking forward, doing like a delayed button as Sendo falls to the ground, it'll hit Beast out, right? Because jump D has great priority and it's a great jump normal. So it's a good falling option for the Chipp player. Plus he can jump cancel it on block, right? So he comes down with jump D, they blocked it, double jump 2K or something like that. The secondary option, or how you beat that as the Nagoriyuki, is you want to jump with your fastest jump normal. So some characters is jump P, some characters is jump K. Whatever your fastest jump normal is, you want to jump with that, or jump air throw. Now, this is where it gets complex, right? Because that's just the first layer. As soon as Sendo sees that option from Beast, right, the jump air throw to try and stop that falling jump D, he can double jump. He can double jump up above Nagoriyuki's reach, and then he can jump 2K and kind of spear him into the ground. So this is one thing that I was kind of mentioning to Sendo today as we were talking about Chipp after this move, the RPS situation. There's a lot of different options from both players' sides. So it's just kind of recognizing that situation. And it can be really difficult, right? Because the move is so fast, you have to process a lot of information very quickly. So if you're not comfortable in the matchup versus Chipp, one, you're probably not going to block the move, but even if you do, it was either A, by a twitch reaction, so you weren't cognitively blocking the move, or B, by pure chance, and you're not really thinking about the follow-up options after that fact. So I think for Beast, my piece of advice in this situation here would be learn this RPS situation, right? Go into the lab, figure out, okay, if I block 236K mid-screen, what are my options? What are Chipp's options? What can I do to beat him? A one-size-fit-all option is probably going to be honest with you, you do close S and you see if it just beats jump D. That's what I would probably do if I was the Nagoriyuki player here. Because if, let's say he did close S and it does beat jump D, the second layer to that, like I was mentioning earlier, Sendo double jumps and does jump 2K to come down from above. Beast can probably recover from close S and do it again to hit jump 2K, or to simply dash out of the way, like back dash out of the way. So it's a pretty non-committal option. Cool. No hit confirm off that safe jump. Nice. Okay, run up 6k. Nice. I really like the consistency from Beast using the 5k in neutral to stop Sendo's approach. That command grab does so much damage to Chipp. The leaf throws. Okay, mixing up his offense here. Nice. Getting in with the 6Ks. It's a really good way from a Chipp's point of view just to try and mix up your opponent's defense options. Okay, another leaf throw. Yeah, this is where it's really hard because anything will basically kill. Nice, and catches him with the frame trap with the second hit of the wrecker. Yeah, you can tell that, like, there was the first leaf throw of the set, Beast jumped, but jumping's not the best option, right? You want to backdash versus that move. If you can, like if you're trying to make the read on the leaf throw, backdashing is the best. Ooh, getting caught by the overhead, you hate to see it. Yeah, still no answer to jump 2k. Super, okay. Maybe dead? Nah. Chipp damage. And the Nago life as well. Okay. It's like the 4th time Sendo's been caught by that frame trap. Okay, doing the classic. I'm gonna roast Sendo right here. Okay. So this is something that all bad Chipp players do. Okay. So every bad Chipp player in existence will do this, and I'm here today to tell you to stop. It doesn't mount to anything, okay? Do not do gold burst, run up, random super, PRC, okay? Why? Why do you not want to do this? Well, one, most of the time, it's not going to work, and you waste 100% of your meter, okay? 100% in this game, like 100% tension in this game is absolutely absurd. The amount of options you get when you have even 50% tension is just insane, let alone when you have 2 different relays of red RC pressure, PRC pressure, etc. So for Chipp, massive thing is drift RC and neutral. Because he's so fast, he can drift RC and punish like basically the whole cast for anything, right? And like pretty much any range. The other option is Wrecker red RC, right? Guaranteed pressure afterwards. Insane. 6k red RC. Okay, now you've got a, nearly unreactable overhead, like very, very, very difficult to react to overhead that now leads to a full combo, Anoki. Leaf throw combo, right? Alpha blade combo. Like there's so much that you can mount off having that meter that isn't random super Roman cancel, that you're just throwing away all of those options. So please, if you're a Chipp player and you gold burst, do not do this. Throw, yeah. Ooh, and doesn't catch him with... So last time he did the exact same thing. He got the back throw in the corner, meaty dust. And Sendo blocked it. This time, finds its mark. Jump 2k, man. Jump 2k is the wave at the moment. It's mounting a lot of damage and a lot of pressure for Sendo. Ooh, almost had that conversion. That would have been juice. Nice, okay. Yep, this is looking good, but beautiful backdash. And really good jab prep. Oh, no. Big, big, big opportunity lost. So, right there, right? Like, look at how much damage he just did. Right? That's about, what, 35%? 40%? Maybe 30%. 30, 35%. He started with 5k. Sendo could have died from that life. Nago has 50% tension. And Chipp Sendo does not have burst. If you whiff a DP like that, or if you bait a DP like that from the Nago side, please learn your optimal combo. You will kill this man at 90% life. I'm almost certain there is a Nago combo out there where you can just murder his life bar. So big miss opportunity here. Okay, nice. Interesting. Okay. Got added scaling on that combo. Beautiful air throw. That was sick. I need the instant replay. That was sick. I love air throws like this. It throws me back to Marvel days. Oh. You even saw the jump HS come out from Chipp. Get wrecked. Okay, so both players now have burst. And this is not where you want to be as the Chipp player. Okay. So one thing I don't know if you guys have caught on yet is every single time Sendo's been cornered, the way he gets out of the corner is like jumping up back, using Chipp's multiple air jumps to get as high as possible, and then he'll 236k down. Okay, this combo. That's a throw, yeah, that's a punish. Can't do anything there. Yeah, okay. So this is the third time, right? Exact same sequence. So this is a bit of flowcharty coming from Sendo. 3 times he's got back throw in the corner, right? And every single time he's done charge dust or full dust in the corner as his Oki option. What I'd like to see from Beast is he's got only 1.5 bars of blood gauge filled at the moment. He can do meaty close S, right? And then it's that instant guess. Command grab or meaty, right? And it's a pretty like good scenario for Nagoriyuki. Like that's exactly what you want. That's your bread and butter as the Nagoriyuki player. You want to be point blank. You want to have at least a little bit of blood gauge so you can get your cancels going. And you don't want to effectively throw away that corner pressure by doing an all or nothing mix-up, which is effectively charge dust. So if I was Beast here, charge dust, find a different option. Like, at the best case scenario, if you're versing a good player, you might be able to catch like 1 charge dust in a blue moon. Very rarely. Very, very, very rarely, right? Going for 3 in 4 games is way too many. Way too many. So yeah, definitely look up some different Oki situations. Yeah. Even though, like, he tried to spice it up a little bit by doing the 2k into charge dust. I get it, but again, you saw Sendo react. Like, Sendo's not a new player by any means, so he's going to react to that every time. Yes, DZ, that is correct. Okay, nice. Good use of the fire ass to stop it. Ooh, okay, one thing from Sendo's side. If you get hit by Nagoriyuki's fire SS, do not burst. It is possibly his worst starter. Out of any combo he has in the game, this is his worst starter. It does such insignificant damage compared to every other hit that he ever will get that you want to keep your burst. Okay, like I understand the Oki situation, sure, afterwards, but if I was playing versus Nagoriyuki, I'm looking for any other hit. Any other time you hit me, that's when I want to burst. Never the fire SSS. It just does little to no damage. Like Chipp has the least life in the game, and it's only just taken about 10%. Okay, checks the run up after the J2K. Nice, good counter hit. There you go. See, that's the pressure I want to see. Jump. Whoa. So you saw Beast, he was catching on a bit. He noticed that Sendo was jumping, trying to jump out of the corner, went for the 2H. And Sendo adapted as well. He stopped jumping, tried to whiff punish, but was a bit too late, and then just got hit on his way in. So Oki. Still no answer to the J2K. He did get counter hit though, so I wonder what he tried to do there. Leaf throw, leaf throw, leaf throw, yeah. There's the 6p option. Ooh. Burst, wow. Ooh, I don't like that burst. That was a bit of a stress burst. Wow, ooh. Yeah, you've used all your resources. Back throw, do not do dust. Okay. Okay, there was a lot that happened here. Okay, so here's the first problem, right? So he got this hit, he got the Oki pressure, burst came online, right? Now, this is actually like very, very, I would say advanced, right? Probably a bit too advanced, but something I'll go over quickly, right? Meter management in this game is super, super important, and there's only 2 meters that you have to effectively manage. Your tension bar and your burst bar, both for you and your opponent. Looking at Sendo's bar at the moment, he has no tension, right? So me being the Nagoriyuki player, I'm like, he's only got one optional makeup, and that's DP, right? If he really wants to bust out, it's DP. Second thing that came online after he blocked this kind of meaty 2S pressure was burst. The hardest of reads would have been, he's on his last life, right? Like you can see the round counter. Sendo's on his last legs. Anything basically, like even a command grab will kill from Nagoriyuki. He's most likely going to use it as a defensive option to push Beast away from him. So what I would have loved to see, like, again, it's not necessarily a wrong decision for Beast to just go in as hard as possible, but would have been like a meaty 2S, cancel into the back dash that Nagoriyuki has. That would have been a super sick read, trying to bait the burst out from Sendo, and then he could have, you know, followed up with a punish. So little things like that, when you're managing your opponent's meter, like as effectively as possible, these are the things that you can kind of pick up on, and you know that can help your decision-making process in understanding what your opponent might be feeling. Because he's feeling pressured, he might want to use that burst as a defensive option. Now, what happens after this is probably the worst thing the Beast did for this whole round, right? So on the flip side, Beast has another life, right? He has another round in him. So if Sendo wins this round, it goes to a final round for this game. Him using burst right here is a major panic button. The reason why I say this even more so is because he does have 50% bar, right? So he could have used the resource that doesn't follow up to the next round, rather than using his burst, which does follow through to the next round. That would have been a much better use of resource. And the reason why is because, well, one, it's a lot harder to bait a YRC than it is to bait a burst, for one. Two, like I mentioned, burst goes to the next round. If you do lose, tension does not. So yeah, a bit of a panic button from Beast, unfortunately. Cool. Yep, YRC. Yeah, and he gets him in the corner. Oh, that back throw was massive. Yeah, and they're right there, right? Kind of the same situation. So after this back throw, which was super lucky back throw, by the way. Boom, right here. How much meter does he have? Okay, he has 50% tension. Now, personally, this is the RPS situation I go through in my head. There are 2 options that Sendo basically has defensively, right? Wake up DP, red RC, or PRC, right? B, block, YRC. What beats both of those options? Meaty command grab, right? Well, not meaty, but, you know, slightly delayed command grab. And it would also beat like a delay kind of throw tech from Sendo as well. So that would have been the quote unquote best decision or option for Beast to go for in this situation. If, again, he was effectively managing his opponent's meter resource. Yeah. It was a lot to process in such a small period of time, because I think the back throw wasn't even intentional, right? Like, he got hit by the 6K and then he back threw. So I think he kind of panic buttoned again and kind of did back throw out of panic, happened to get the back throw, and then he kind of, you know, just didn't manage the meter effectively after that. So yeah, so now we're entering round 3, right? And Beast may not get his burst back this match. Depending how fast things go, he may not get his burst back. Nice, good 6P, good follow-up. And that's the first DP I think we've seen on Wake Up. Oh no, second, sorry. The first one was baited and he didn't do an optimal punish. Okay, corner pressure. Overhead, there we go. That's a good use of meter. Unfortunately, the wall break happened instantly, so we didn't get all the damage off that. Okay, he's in. He's in. Counter hit. Beautiful conversion. Big slap. And I think Sendo just built that burst after getting hit, so he wasn't able to burst that situation. Nice, good out there. Run up gold burst was interesting. Nice, good counter hit. Ooh. Oh my god, I thought he was being optimal as fuck just there. That would have been sick. Ooh, 2k. Not a great button. Okay, he's getting run down at the moment. Good. Nice use of what? Bro. What? Okay. The super. Ooh, gold burst. This is huge. YRC. Massive. Oh, he was too far for the command grab. He didn't realize. Didn't space it properly. That would have been death. Blood gauge, run up. Yeah. Free punish. Oh, he was so close. So this gold burst. YRC. And then here, right? He just misspaced it. That's a tough break for Beast. That would have easily killed him. 100%. Right? Because he does command grab, red RC, fast cancel, close S, and it does like 3 trillion and 4 damage. Okay, this is what a Chipp player sees. That's Chipp player's vision right there. Already we've got a wall break. Yeah, okay. 5k, staggers, nice. Okay, good back throw, reverse the situation. Okay, good read on the jump, using the 2H, getting the pressure afterwards. Okay, another wall break, second wall break. A lot of meter on Beast's side, and he has burst, right? So he doesn't have the round to him, so he needs to use his resources, uses the burst. Oh, that was a sick super. I'll pay that. I'll pay that. That was a good super to beat that option. Because that option from Nagoriyuki, very, very little that you can do to counter it. One way you can do it is Invincible Super or Invincible DP to beat that option. Man, this is laggy from the spectator side. Second time that overhead wreck has been used, and second time it's worked. So again, I feel like Beast isn't very comfortable in this matchup. Not very comfortable with the options from Chipp. Good block on the off blade though, and he took his churn back as well. Second time we've seen that 236k situation, right? Exactly what I said last time. Okay, getting hit by the glow wrecker. A gold burst, okay. Sendo really wants to win this round. Yep, what's the Oki? Again, man. He's being brave with these close slashes. Ooh, not a good one. Yeah, a bit of a panic super. We're yet to see the meaty throw option from Beast as well. Nice, good 6p. Okay, wake up DP. Another jump on the leaf throw, but yeah. Yeah, I feel like Sendo caught on, right? Like you can tell he's starting to use the overhead wrecker a bit more. So he's kind of caught on that Beast doesn't know how to block it or isn't used to the situation. I feel like RB doesn't know the combo maybe? The optimal combo? Because the red RC, if you use the hit of the red RC, it adds scaling to your combo. 100 meter. My lord. 100 meter for Sendo, hasn't used any of it. This was where he used it. YRC, bait it. No. Wow. Surprised he didn't bait. This is... Oh, no burst. He tried to bait it too. Or gets hit, but mash TP, yeah. That hit was too high, that jump in. So he actually landed on what's negative on hit. Cancel, yeah. 2p, trying to check in a button from Sendo. Oh, jumps his way into the corner. Okay, so this is actually a big situation that I see a lot of people do. And it's kind of throwing away your advantage in the match, right? Not specifically from Nagoriyuki, but this is just like generic across the board. If you have your opponent in the corner, right, there's only one way they can effectively get past you, and that's, get out of that pressure, and that's getting past you, right? Or going through you, either going underneath you if you're jumping, or like hitting you from in front, or jumping over you, right? They have to go through you, they have to go past you in some way. If you press the envelope too much by like jumping in constantly, a very common situation that will occur, let's say for characters like, who's a good one, for instance, Giovanna, who likes to jump cancel their normals and do like IAD pressure in the corner, your opponent can simply just walk under you, right? And if they walk under you as you do the IAD, that's it. You've lost the corner advantage and now they have it. And it's a massive, massive, massive loss, right? Especially in this matchup when Nagoriyuki can win the match just like that, as soon as he has that corner advantage. Throwing away that is pretty massive, like pretty detrimental in this matchup. So what we'll see here is he goes for the kind of mix up, right? Doesn't get it. And here, as Sendo's floating down, his reaction is I'll jump at him and I'll try and meet him as he hits the ground. What I would have liked to see from Abi is just a simple 5H, right? That kind of long horizontal normal, and just check him as he hits the ground. Just hold that range, because Nagoriyuki's like what he thrives in, apart from being up close and doing his strike throw 50-50s, what he thrives in is once he has that corner advantage, he has two normals that basically check all the ranges. He has 5H and 2H to anti-air, right? So Abi jumping here risked losing all of this corner pressure, all of this control he had of the match. And unfortunately for him, Sendo ran forward in that moment and he lost the corner advantage. Oh, no combo from Sendo. That's right, leaf throws, meaty 6k. Safe jump, yeah, in the mix, nice. Okay, gets Oki off this. He can safe jump, he can run up, he can do run up alpha blade, run up leaf throw. Okay. Interesting combo choice, but gets the round anyway, gets the match. So yeah, so that jump in from Beast really just costed him the match, right? It was last round, final round for that game. Threw away the corner pressure, threw away the corner advantage, and yeah, Sendo just kind of steamrolled him from there. Okay, checks the 2S dash, that was pretty good. Another leaf throw. Another leaf throw. Okay, 236k. Another leaf throw. And that should be death. Yeah. I mean, Beast is really struggling with that option. Okay. Instantly pushes them to the corner, right? Okay, finally we get a block, but no, not a big punish. Run up 6H, interesting option from Sendo. Gets the wall break, okay. Has 50% tension as well, so there we go, we've finally, so it has been 8 games, right? 8 games we've now seen, and finally it's the first time Beast has had an answer to Jump 2K. Now in saying this, obviously Jump 2K is an amazing move from Chipp, right? Like, you have to obviously consider that it's an amazing button and it's very hard to deal with. But if you're thinking about why did I lose this set or how can I improve in this set, one of those options was Jump 2K that really hit Beast a lot. And even if it doesn't hit, right, because it's plus frames, the pressure that Sendo gets immediately after making Beast block Jump 2K is exactly what Sendo needs, right? It's just that pressure. So it's 0 off this, right? That Beyblade, it's 0. Sendo pressed 2S afterwards. I'm not too sure what Beast pressed there, but it counter hitting means he pressed a hell of a slow button. So really interesting that both players didn't really recognize that situation or the frame data of that situation after the Beyblade. But yeah, I guess it worked out for Sendo. That was funky. That was funky. Okay, I think I'm just gonna watch to seven games. I don't think I'm gonna watch the full set. I feel like there's not gonna be too many more situational things that I have to really explain or analyze too much, because the general consensus of the match at the moment is the start of the set, Beast was doing really, really well at checking Sendo in neutral with 5k. Really, really well, right? Setting up a brick wall, essentially. So that forced Sendo into the air. But as soon as Sendo went into the air and started using jump 2k, Beast was lost, right? And that's been basically the theme of how Sendo's been playing neutral. And then as soon as jump 2k became more prevalent in the matchup, you've seen that Beast has now fallen off. He's not using 5k as much in neutral. He's kind of letting Sendo run in on him. So yeah, that neutral game is pretty important versus Chipp. You wanna shut down his approach options. He was doing great early on in the set versus the ground game, but yeah, the jump 2k has just been really detrimental. The lobby system, shout outs to Arc System Works. Absolute dumpster fire of a system. Okay, I might just fast forward through this until we get back in the match. There we go. Thomas the Tank Engine, nice, good mod, I like that. Okay, now that we've had a short break, it'll be interesting to see if Beast kind of refreshes on how the neutral game works immediately, right? So this is good. This is why a big thing that a lot of players talk about in tournament matches, right? You might have heard, several times commentators mention it. Sometimes taking that mental break of like, a minute, 2 minutes, going back to character select screen and sitting there for a minute before you're hitting a rematch, especially after a loss, is super important. The reason why is what happens very, very commonly, I would say to majority, if not every player in tournament, when you lose a match, your immediate decision is to think about why you lost, right? And usually it's not what actually made you lose, it's the last thing that happened in the match. Like, oh, he matched back throw in the corner and that's what costed me that round, right? You're not focusing on what happened in neutral game, but taking that minute or two to actually analyze what happened that game and understand, okay, so how was he getting in against me in that neutral game? Okay, jump 2k was hitting me a lot. Okay, I need to answer that option coming from Sendo, right? I need to shut him down in neutral. That is really, really helpful for tournament players. And tournament veteran players will do that a lot, right? They'll take their time and they'll kind of sit there and they'll analyze and they'll go, okay, what do I need to do to beat that option or beat this option? Or how do I need to adapt and change my neutral game or my defensive options, offensive options in order to clutch out the set? So immediately taking that break, we see post burst, 6k, boom. Jump 2k, sorry, 6p anti-air. Great option. Again, no meaty command grabs, man. Not once has Sendo had to be scared on wake up. Not once. Big burst bait. Doesn't break the wall, interesting. And then just tap, tap, tap with the 5Ks. It was smart. So a little bit of an adaptation, and this is where people are going to be like, Chipp players are stupid, right? But Chipp players do adapt, believe it or not. So we just saw, right, seconds ago, the same round, Sendo did jump, double jump, jump 2k. The immediate answer came from Beast with the 6p to anti-air that option. So the small adaptation here is Sendo goes jump, double jump up forward, mirroring, right, exactly that situation that happened last time. But this time he uses his third jump to jump up back, trying to bait out that 6p option coming from Beast, and then catches him, jump 2k. Small adaptations. These small things matter a lot. Okay, challenging after plus frames. Brave. I think if I can get the frame. Gets this. Yeah. It looked like he mistimed his close S. I was hoping that he went for command grab because we haven't seen it, right? And this is the 9th game of the set and he still hasn't used that meaty command grab. Unfortunate. Missed opportunities. Okay. Run up 6k. An Oki option Sendo likes a lot, right? Especially after throws. He loves to run up and do a meaty 6k. Really, really good option from Chipp. Okay, double jump 2K. That time, again, Beast not being super comfortable, right? So I just want to show you guys this. Don't let Chipp players get away with this. So jump 2K whiffs here. If you're versing Chipp, one good thing that you can kind of do is you can fuzzy press a button against jump 2K. So what that means, right, what a fuzzy button is basically you're timing your button press. So let's say in this instance, it would be 5p, right, from Nagoriyuki. Beast would be timing his 5p button press after he blocked the jump 2K. Okay, so you know how jump 2K would probably hit about 4 or 5 times here from that height where Sendo was doing it. After you block the first or second hit, that's where you would push your 5p button. The reason being is if you've already blocked, you're caught in block stun, right? So any button press that you go for, as long as you remain stand blocking because it's an overhead, will mean you're blocking, right? You won't get the button and you'll just continue to block the string or block the move, which is jump 2K. If, however, it whiffs, like we see here, because you're not caught in block stun and you're pressing your 5p, that option will come out and you'll whiff punish the dive kick from Chipp. It's a really, really good option that not many people utilize. And I think it's something that is kind of underrated as a quote unquote answer to jump 2K. Ooh, and you saw Beast actually did do a 5p, but again, he was doing it reactively after he saw the move whiff, and by that time, it's just too late. Okay, he gets the wall break. What's the Oki situation? No Oki. Okay, 6k. Ren RC missed his dash input, dropped the combo, leaf throw. We're back in the leaf throw blender. Nice block on the diagonal alpha blade. Shame you can't do anything about it. Yeah, counter hit 2D. Cool. That's a good set. So I think the final score in the end is 10-2 Sendo's way. Okay, so I'm going to stop it here at 7-2 to Sendo. A few things I kind of want to talk about. Sup, Render. Good to see you, dude. Couple of things from Sendo's side, right? One big thing is his combos. His combos are not optimal in the slightest, and I feel like he's left a lot of damage on the table in a lot of these games. Maximizing your damage with Chipp is actually really important because he doesn't actually do a lot of damage, and he can, right? He definitely has the potential to do a lot of damage. So for Sendo, I think one good way to improve is starting to learn your optimal conversions off a lot of your straight hits in neutral, especially if you're using red roaming cancel or something like that. Start getting a bit more damage for utilizing your resources like that. The other thing is from Sendo's side, I felt a little bit of discomfort from blocking Nagoriyuki and basically not understanding where the dash cancels can be plus and where he's plus and where he's negative if he is cancelling his moves, as well as bursting things like fire SSS, right? So I think for Sendo, he just needs to spend a bit more time either A, versing Nagoriyuki, or B, in the lab verse Nagoriyuki and just understanding those situations. Another great way of learning things in these particular matchups is watching VODs of top players. So like say Japanese players like MSY versus Mido, for instance. There's a bunch of videos on YouTube that you could watch. And a great way is to try and dissect and do what I'm basically doing now and trying to analyze and understand what the player's decision making is as they're kind of playing the match. So yeah, that's my piece of advice to Sendo from watching this set. Beast side of things is, I feel that the same sentiment goes for you. I think you need to lab first Chipp a hell of a lot more. Getting caught by the overhead wrecker is a big no-no. It should only happen once in a very, very, very rare situation. Not, 3 times in a set. So I feel like that's a bit of discomfort from your side. Second thing is labbing the RPS situation after blocking the 236K or the diagonal upward alpha blade versus Chipp as well. Just trying to be a bit more comfortable and having that kind of cognitive process. Once you've realized, okay, it's 236K, I've blocked, understanding the options are that follow that situation. Apart from that, I really liked the use of 5K in neutral game. That was really, really good. Unfortunately, what kind of happened is after you lost a few games and started getting hit by jump 2K, you were focusing a bit too much on what he was doing in the air, and you stopped using that 5k as a kind of check in neutral. What you want to do is you want to keep that 5k and the 2s, the preemptive 2s in neutral to check the ground approach. But then you also want to have your 6p and your close S as answers to jump 2k. 6p in mid screen, like you were using, really good option versus jump 2k. In the corner, when your back's to the corner, close S is the answer versus jump 2k from Nago. So labbing those situations, understanding the situations from Chipp's side of things a bit more, will significantly help in the matchup. More generic advice is for Beast's side is for your pressure when you get the knockdown. Please use command grab as a meaty option, okay? Not only as an option, like a lot of the Goriyuki players, I don't really understand why, they only ever use the command grab when their blood gauge is almost full as a way to cleanse that kind of blood gauge. It's a command grab, use it, right? Use it as a meaty option. It's really good, especially in this game because it beats DPs. Remember, throws beat DPs. It's a great way of shutting especially Chipp players down because Chipp players love wake up DP. Using command grabs against them, super strong. So yeah, just understanding what your different Oki situations are and getting your timings down for a meaty command grab would be a great help in this matchup and in general as well, versing other characters. Cool. That about covers it, to be honest, for this analysis. So I'm going to be posting this on YouTube as well. I've just recorded this, so I'll save the recording now.